Are we good to go?
I
Yes.
think
Okay,
so.
good.
It is.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome. I wanted to invite everybody who's on tonight to Birth in the Magic. We're here with Domiana. She's an author, yoga instructor, somatic healer, and she's going to go over kind of some of the ways that we can help kind of self-soothe and relax and take some of the motherhood pressures that we have off off of us, just helping deal and helping cope. I hope I got that right,
Yeah,
Domiana. Okay.
no, for sure, for sure. And I use somatic modalities, somatic healing, and all that really means is mind-body connection. We reconnect your mind and your body because how often do you feel like there's this disconnect between what you feel in your body or what you feel in your gut versus what logically your mind and your head is telling you? You know,
Mhm.
sometimes it's like I shouldn't be mad. I know I shouldn't be mad, but like you feel the rage and the
Mm.
anger in your body. And so how do we bridge that gap together? Well, through somatic healing, through somatic release, somatic modalities, and I'll get into what that all really entails. But I just want to leave you
Awesome.
with this, right? It's not all in your head. Your body holds on to your past experiences, your emotional responses, your stress responses, and your trauma. So it's not just in your head, right? You're not crazy. You're not just feeling something and like, no, it's your body is keeping score. Your body is wise and it's remembering and it's hardwired to program and fire a certain way. So we can
Mhm.
disrupt that and create new ways of firing, new neural pathways, creating new transmitters, and just new clumps of neurons that are firing together, which are creating a new stress response. So that's basically about what I
Awesome. Well, I
do.
want to give you a proper. Okay, I
Was that?
want to give you a proper introduction because I have your. I said I want to give you a proper introduction. I'll introduce you and just a little bit of brief intro of myself, but I'm going to let everyone know all the things you've accomplished here. Former professional basketball player, two-time best-selling author, somatic healer, coach, international speaker, certified yoga instructor, baby wearing educator, wife, and mom. I love it. She equips busy moms and kids with tools for self healing, emotional regulation, and manifesting fulfilling lives. Oh, resonate, all of it, all of it, all of it. Domiana combines healing modalities with mindset work, which you just went into really elegantly, to unlock stagnant energy, strengthen intuition, and create transformation. She teaches practical and spiritual approaches, including somatic release, EFT tapping, breath work, and more to help women shift their mindset, heal on a cellular level, and release stored trauma. Woo! Passionate about conscious and connected motherhood. That is a word right there. Damiana offers systems and modalities to help moms burn out in isolation, enabling them to enjoy motherhood and manifest their desired lives. Through her coaching programs, best-selling books, and her conscious mom method, she shares her wisdom and life experiences to support other moms. I love it. Passionate, that conscious and connected motherhood.
Yes.
I feel like that just it's almost just igniting. You know what I mean? Like I just it's such a loaded phrase, and I absolutely love it. I would love I guess I actually maybe tell everybody a little bit about myself. Anisha Smith. I'm a nurse entrepreneur. I'm actually 23 years into the maternal health space as a labor nurse and maternal health advocate. I am also, as an entrepreneur, the founder of a few online brands. One of them is a product brand, Reflections by Zaina, which is a um, almost like a representative healthcare accessories brand. And we are sold on Amazon, Etsy, and all the places that you can buy things. I started that to fill a hole of need in representation in the workplace. And I also started a maternal health coaching business for business owners and birth workers called Kindred Connect. It's a platform that we just soft launched, and it allows birth workers to manage their business in one location. Um, it was necessary for us to have, outside of just the trainings and teachings and workshops, we needed our own space to actually grow and thrive in business, and treat it as a business that is here for the long term. And so that was something I felt that was missing. It was really missing in the space, a lot of burnout amongst birth workers, doulas, and things that I had come across in nursing. Did not know how to grow business, did not know how to sustain, and so they would just burn out. They would tap out. And of course, the community needs more engaged and thriving business owners in the birth working space. And so that is where that came from, and I'm really proud of it. Thank you, M, for dropping the link, because if anybody here knows anybody, we're taking some early adopters, some founders, and you guys can apply, and we'll walk you through the process. So that's a little bit about me. I think that, did we want to start, I guess, Damiana, unless you had something else. I did want to ask you one question before we got into our opening meditation and grounding. And I
What's up?
want I want you to go into passionate and conscious connected motherhood. Um,
Oh,
you're passionate about conscious and connected motherhood. What do you mean by conscious and connected motherhood? What are we missing in that? Why does that hit me so hard? You know what I mean? I'm a mother of three. My kids are older, but um, what does that mean in the work that you do?
it really means turning inward and looking at yourself in the mirror. It's all about really using this opportunity as a mother, becoming a mother, stepping into the motherhood space as a rite of passage, and the fact that you are rising to the responsibility that you're called to. And how do you do that? Through higher consciousness, through breaking these generational cycles, by doing things different, taking what you've loved about your experiences from growing up and what you appreciate from your family and your parents and caregivers. How do you fuse that with your elevated consciousness? How do you do things
Mm-hmm.
differently? Or how do you heal from your past? Because your children, at the end of the day, what they're here to do is draw attention towards the places that you need healing. Your kids are here shining a light in the areas of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing you back to who you are, in essence, who you are to your core.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget about that. We unlearn that. Society has their own self-imposed,
Definitions. Mm-hmm.
opinions and wills. Your parents do, your family, and it's all, with usually with good intention, right? They just want the best for you, but sometimes what's not sometimes, all the time, what's
Yeah.
best for you. You know what you need. And so just being conscious and connected with your kids means that you're conscious and connected with yourself.
Mm.
And once you're conscious and connected with yourself, then you're able to nurture these relationships with your kids and have that open line of communication, or give yourself the things that you wish that you had or that you needed at that
Mm.
point in life. I have a 2, 4, and 6-year-old. My 6-year-old it's a little bit different. Six is it's a little different. It's a little bit more triggering than, toddlerhood and all. And I'm seeing that and I'm learning that. And there's more opportunities for me to, like, okay, this is more like me when I was 6. What did I need? What didn't I receive? And
Mm.
how can I be that person or be that mother or be that caregiver that I needed when I was 6? Same thing for the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old, and just kind of,
It just doesn't stop. My oldest child is 27.
yeah, it
It's a
never,
man. And they never stop needing you.
no.
And I have a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old. And I have found, when you talk about conscious and connected, that I have been able to do more of that as they're older. And so it's like a bonus, because you get to like see the DNA unravel. You get to see like parts of you and parts of their dad, my husband. You get to see it in them coming up, and then you get to like lock in on the nurturing, but then you still get to be an advisor. Like it's different, and I am embracing it. I love it, actually, because it's that connectedness when they were that age, that young age, and how we showed up. and how we supported them and how affirmative we were with them. I'm a huge advocate of affirmative child parenting and
Yeah.
just surrounding them in a protective blanket, not helicopter parent, but just assurance and reassurance. And I see this now as they're older. I see the benefits of that. And so I encourage you in your early stages to
Yes.
stay grounded and connected, absolutely, because you will see this unfold in front of your eyes if it is done right, and you will hear it in their speaking, and you will see it in their relationships.
And
Um,
with your
you
relationship
are
with them too.
in your
What the
relationship with
you
them.
have,
Yes. Do not be
they
the
get
mama that
better.
they running from. Exactly.
Exactly. We're still here. Yes. My mom is my go-to. Talk to her a hundred
Yes,
times.
I still,
Yeah,
yes, and that is what I wanted, and that's what I have.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Okay, let's drop in though. Let's drop in because we're talking about. But let's drop in. All right. So everybody find a seat where you can lie down. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, close the eyes and sigh it out. Just begin to draw attention towards your breath. Mentally pressing pause on the outside world. Setting down your to-do list. Quieting that mental clutter and chatter in your mind. And if you can't quite detach or turn off just yet, it's okay. It's definitely a muscle and a skill you have to flex. But to help you draw into this present moment, focus on your breath. Visualize your breath. As you inhale, the diaphragm fills up with air. Your rib cage widens and expands left and right. The chest inflates. And as you exhale, let the chest deflate. Rib cage draws closer together. And as you exhale fully, keep exhaling, you will notice your abs, your deep core muscles will firm up. Lift up the pelvic floor slightly, squeezing it up, squeezing out all of the excess stale, stagnant energy in your body. As you inhale again, filling up the diaphragm, widening the ribs, inflating the chest. Relax your shoulders and your jaw. As you exhale, sigh it out, grow heavier into your seat or the surface. Keep breathing out, releasing anything that is no longer serving you. And as you keep squeezing out, squeeze, and lift the pelvic floor until you can't squeeze out anymore. Breathing in again. One last time as you exhale, slowly and smoothly, sighing out that energy, creating more and more space to receive whatever you truly desire. Returning your breath to normal, placing a hand over your heart and a hand over your womb space, right over your belly button. Feeling the pulse from your heart, maybe even the pulse from your belly button, that energy center, vibrating into the palm of your hands. Exhale fully and inhale up, 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 and hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And again, inhale up, 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 and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, up, 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 and hold for 4. Relax the shoulders. 2, 1. Exhale. Returning the breath to normal. Acknowledging yourself for showing up today. Trusting that whatever needs to get done will get done, because it always gets done. Because you always get it done. You always make it happen. But for now, these next 45 minutes or so that we have together, let's be intentional. Let's be present and grounded. I invite you to be all of those things. As we release the mental load of motherhood, we release the things that are weighing us down, and we call in the experiences and the possibilities that we truly desire. Rub your palms together like you're starting a fire. Your eyes are still shut. Igniting the energy we've already ignited through the breath work that we've done. Placing the palms of your hands over your eyes. As you inhale, it'll be pitch black. Exhale, sigh it out. As you drag your fingertips down your eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, throat, heart. Send love to any other parts of your body, and slowly open up your eyes. Welcome you back.
Oh, that's the most time I've spent with myself in a while.
That literally was 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes. But it's,
Gosh, that focus. Wow. Wow.
let's do one more thing. I love that. Since you mentioned that, let's call our energy back to our bodies. Okay, place your hands over your heart. You can close your eyes and just breathe normal, your own natural rhythm. But we're going to call back the energy back home to our bodies. You exert so much of your time and your energy on other people and places and things and your children and your family, your careers. I can go on with all the roles and hats that you're wearing. But today and right now is time to pour into yourself. Call your energy back home as you exhale, releasing whatever's weighing you down, releasing any energy or other people's baggage as you exhale. And then inhale, visualize your energy coming back to your body. Hold it for a moment. And then exhale, releasing everyone else's energy and stuff and emotions and anything else that you're wearing and carrying and have picked up throughout the day, the month, the year, the years. Release it as you exhale. And again, do a few of those at your own rhythm. As you inhale forcefully through your nose, call your energy back. You're a magnet, so you're sucking the energy back to you. It's coming to you. And then exhale, releasing it. Releasing what is not yours to carry. You got no business carrying this. It's not your problem. Inhaling up through the nose one last time. Call the energy back home. Feels so good to be home in your body. To exhale and release. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready.
That was great. That really was. I do not. It's like 5 minutes. I mean, it just,
Literally.
that's so nice. Like, I'm like, like the whole outlook and everything, you just, let it go. Let it go. I love that because we're so wound up as
Yeah.
moms. Everybody else's everything is always first.
Yeah. Make sure you're on the list. And these are things that you can do anytime, any place, because guess what? It's your own built-in mechanism, right? You were designed to breathe. Your body is so wise and you are so powerful that you have mechanisms and you have systems within you that put your body in a state to heal itself. So through that breath work, that pranayama, like the Sanskrit word for breath work that we've done, these couple exercises, your nervous system now is relaxed. Your parasympathetic nervous system is fired on. So now you can relax, digest, repose, release,
I love
versus
it.
being in that fight or flight all the time, which is like that control, like that just need to, that
And I was gonna
fearful.
say, like, we're always
Perfect.
taught to breathe to release the tension. Like, it's always done. Like, it's like breathe. It's always like this traumatic release. That's the way I can like best describe it. We are never really taught consciously or subconsciously to embrace breathing for the sake of like grounding and stability. I'm trying to like make it make sense, but most of the time people are like, "Oh, just breathe, just chill out, just do this, just take some deep breaths," and it's always associated to like some stressful event. And
Right.
this allows us to not associate it with anything stressful. Just it is just like a treatment. It's just like a mental medicine.
Literally, it's maintenance. It's to help you maintain
Yes, and that's why I think
life.
it was just different because we are just like, oh, take a deep breath and chill out, just it's
Yeah.
always this like traumatic thing you're trying to really rescue yourself from with breathing, but this is like different. So I'm so glad we did this intro.
Me
This was
too.
nice.
We're not even halfway or like,
No, I
you
know it's
like
like you just don't know what you
yeah.
need,
So
so that's amazing.
no, I love it. And you mentioned something about subconscious and I want to touch on that too. So when your body now is in this state that we've just put it in, or that you've literally done all the work, right? You all have done the work to put your body in the state where you are relaxed. Your shoulders might drop a little bit more. You just are out of your head and more into your body. Parts of your
Mhm.
brain now are back online that were previously offline and probably just don't get much love because you're always in that fight or flight mode. And then now your deep subconscious is now accessible.
Mm.
It means you are your subconscious is highly impressionable. And we can reprogram and like kind of biohack or whatever word that you want to call it. You can go on the quantum realm of
Hmm.
things where you can go more on the energetic or the scientific or whatever, spiritual, whatever way you want to put it and cut it and slice it. You now have access, the abilities to create new channels, new patterns, new neural pathways, heal on a cellular level. And we've done all that through breath work, through a few little deep breaths that you could do anywhere when you're in the car at a stoplight, when you're driving, when you're sitting on the toilet, about, just like you go to the bathroom and that's kind of like,
Peace.
have a
Yes.
layer to it of breath work in there, right? Before you flush or whatever, just sit there, close your eyes, hold the breath at the top,
Take that
count for how
minute.
long you want to, whether it's 10 or 3 or 5, whatever number you want to pick, release, let it go, walk out, you're good to go.
Mm.
Uh, in the shower, things that you're already doing, like how can you incorporate these practices into what you're already doing? So it's
Mhm.
not like an extra chore or an extra whole ritual or routine. It's like I'm already washing my face, so I'm gonna be intentional with how I'm washing my face now, or I'm
Mhm.
gonna be intentional with my shower and I'm gonna inhale deeply, hold my breath, put my face under the running water, cleanse, 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 purify. I'm releasing whatever it is that I don't want to carry anymore that's bothering me. Exhale through the mouth, and you can like feel the water blowing away from you. And like there's something powerful about physically seeing something being releasing from your body too. So
Mm.
all of that. What can you
That's a
do now?
great reminder. Yes.
Yeah, write that down. Some little soul assignments for you guys now. I didn't know you had homework today, did you? What can you can answer this at the end of the practice too, because it'll probably be some more tools that I give you guys, but what somatic practice can you incorporate into your daily life or your weekly routine? Just one small thing. And I'm giving you a couple, but we can go on. Um, we can go on with whatever else is next. But
Yes, well, I have what I you kind of went into it. You talked about the introduction into somatic release and then just how letting things go kind of works. And I want to know, because I know you have small children, um, can you talk to us a little bit about the connection between what you're doing now as far as just really getting into like breath work and somatic effects on stress and then motherhood and the somatic healing. Did you have one that you were kind of into, then had kids and saw like the need to like really get serious, or were you already kind of like really well trained and you found that you could tackle motherhood even better, or like just you could be more present or more, aware because of the training or because of the discipline that you had and knowledge base with somatic healing? So that's kind of my question, is twofold. Like, how did the two intertwine with you?
For sure. So I got into somatics. I didn't know what it was because there wasn't really like a word for it back when I was doing it. It just was like yoga and breath work, right? I started off with yoga and quickly realized that the foundation of yoga is the breath. Breath-led movement is what yoga really is. So all these cool inversions and poses and
Mm-hmm.
stuff don't really matter if you're not breathing correctly. And I also
Mm-hmm.
realized that breathing is something that we unlearn, because you look at newborn babies and they are breathing perfectly. The belly expands as they inhale, and as they exhale, it deflates, right? They're using all of their lung capacity. And as we get older, we tend to use just our chest to breathe, which isn't optimal. It leads to other things, whatever. So I got into yoga when I was my last season playing basketball professionally. I just wanted something low impact to just kind of offset all of the pounding of basketball training. And then slowly realized I'm like, ooh, I can get abs from breath work. Like, what is this? I can breathe and like figure out deep core and pelvic floor stuff. And then did that, and then became a mom, and then realized like, okay, I need to feel like me again. How do I do that? So I started, I was always pretty active throughout pregnancy and stuff, but I fell back to yoga and breath work. And then from there, it expanded to EFT and more somatic modalities. And I figured out, I'm like, oh, I've been doing this all along for like majority of my life. And I grew up as a dancer and stuff too. But like, it's just funny how intuitively you know what you need to do and what you do. You just don't know
Mm-hmm.
how like, to describe it or have the language to put to
Mm-hmm.
it.
For a
But that,
purpose.
I guess, is it. So um yeah, I fell into a hard time first baby postpartum. That whole thing was extremely tough, and somatics definitely helps me keep my sanity and bounce back and create that resilience,
Mm.
and just to really be the powerhouse that I knew that I was capable of being. And I just love sharing that with everybody else because it has changed my life. It's helped my kids. Even if sometimes they resist, I know that whatever I'm showing them now or doing, they'll carry it with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool to see
Mm.
it not only touch my lives and my family, but like other people's too.
Awesome. 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 That's great. Yeah, I think these are mechanisms in mothering that are essentially not really talked about. The focus on self, you're really almost prepared to give yourself up when you are become a mom. That is one of the things that other mothers tell you. It is no longer about you once you become a mom. And yes, this is true. You are now sharing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can be neglectful of yourself and like lose yourself. and
Yeah.
and I think that this is great for just the way to bring the purpose back um to moms, and to like know that you can have a few moments of yourself and doing these things, and kind of disconnecting for a while so that you can remain present later. This is great. Like, it makes, I mean, I'm like I said, my kids are older, but this is when you start to like rediscover yourself when your kids get like this
100%.
age, and so it's a very different, like even the mindset of where am I, who am I, where am I at this
That's
age.
I'm sure that you feel that now. I know new moms feel that too as well. Also, every stage that you exit and enter into, you feel that sense of like, wait a second, what I knew to be true is no longer true anymore, or who I was or the role that I'm playing in my kids' lives is no longer what I'm doing. So like it's a whole identity crisis, you know? And no one really prepares you for that. No one prepares you for how to mother yourself while you're mothering
Whew,
your.
a whole word.
So how do you mother yourself while mothering your kids? How do you show up for your kids when you're going through it, you know, or when you're on that healing journey and you hit that edge where it's like, okay, I got to deal with this.
I
Or
had a quick question about teaching your children and because you are at this is a very defined age that you are going through with them right now. And um how do you or is it maybe too early, but do you or do you intend to give them coping mechanisms in this space, like with breathing and breath work for their own, like, I guess, like their own health and wellness, or I don't want to say health and wellness, but like as a tool for stress relief, or for you being able to connect with them and calming them down? Like, have you found that to be something that you are keeping for yourself, to help you, like keep that handle on mothering, or just making sure you are taking care of yourself? Or do you intend on teaching them as well, now or later, kind of a little bit of how they can also prepare themselves early for this, using this type of exercise?
no, for real, that is a beautiful, beautiful question. And it really is also a great reminder for me too to like get back on it because I know that I'll say this last 6 months, year or so, it's just been wild. And I have definitely gotten away from like hands-on reminders and teaching them all this stuff. Like I just I'm gonna be real. We're not perfect. But prior to that, we were heavy in it. I'm all about emotional intelligence, emotional resilience. And speaking of, here they are now, guys.
Hi. Oh
What
my
am
gosh. What a cutie pie.
Why did Daddy put this?
I'm gonna need you guys to exit this room. Okay. You guys go back downstairs and do what you guys were doing, all right? I will see you in a little bit and I'm almost done. Okay. Remember what I said? So I was all about it, heavy on it. I think it's so important to give your kids tools to regulate, self-regulate. Co-regulation, I know it's gonna be a thing I'm doing for the next
Mhm.
decade or whatever. Like I know that, but eventually the stuff's gonna stick. So right now I have taken a step back from teaching them stuff and I've been more focused on myself because whatever I embody, whatever I'm doing, they're gonna see that and they're gonna naturally like pick up on that stuff.
Mhm.
From the beginning, it was like, okay, guys, let's like do our breath work now or whatever. And then now it's been more so like, all right, I'm gonna go take a step. I'm gonna take a moment for myself. I'll be back in a minute. Like, just give me 1 minute. I'm asking just for 60 seconds. I'm gonna go cool off. And I just might walk away. They still will see me in the room, just on the other
Mhm.
side of it, whatever it is, but just like, don't come near me, please.
Mhm.
Calm myself down so they'll see me what I'm doing. And then I come back and then it's like, okay, cool. Or tantrums. I've noticed that just when you are calm and you're regulated yourself, your kids can co-regulate more easily and quicker and they just bounce back a lot better.
Okay. Awesome.
But they see it. That's the thing about kids, right? You can't tell them what to do. You have to be what to do.
Reacting. Because that is what they're sponging, like that sponging. That is the age of the sponge, I call it. And they really just soak up
Yeah, I
all
can't
of your
tell.
body language, all of your, like, they just watch you. They're always watching.
I can't tell you to keep it together and stop screaming at your sister if I'm screaming at you. Like, what sense does that make?
And
None.
it's been in our communities for a long time, where
I
it's like,
know.
do
And
as
so,
I say, not as I do, and that is a
yeah,
toxic.
it never made sense to me. I'm like, what does that
It's
mean?
so
Why would I do
toxic,
what you're doing if you're doing it?
and
Like,
I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
you know? So
Well,
yeah.
I'm heavy on the embodiment for sure, and just being who I need to be and who I want to be. So that
Have
way
you, go ahead.
my kids have the freedom to be who they are and to be who they want to be.
Have they, have you found or will you find or even produce yourself ways that kids can become more,
Emotionally resilient, emotionally.
yeah,
It's in the
just
works.
as a coping, but I just think our kids are growing up in very different times.
They
And
are. They are.
they live a lot of their lives online and only snapshots. And so people only get to see this little piece and that little piece. And you know, it becomes so almost like a little fracture. Like it becomes performance is what I've noticed because
Big.
you're always like showing up. And I was talking to my daughter about this. I said, life is so different for you all. Like the way you present yourselves to folks, it's like not next to never in person. So you just don't get the feel. You can't get a feeling. You can't get energy. Like you, it's just so many things you are just cut off from when you are only showing up in certain spaces and virtual spaces. And
Yeah.
like the coping mechanism around that, you don't even like really get it like the way we got it. You know, you don't
Yeah.
you
No,
guys don't get it. So I wonder, you know, I think this is an amazing tool. I think kids, especially when they get into school, uh,
yes, it is.
could
And
benefit from.
we homeschool, and so it's been in the back of my mind to create some type of course or live cohort type of thing to really
Mhm.
have kids all join together, and then we can do the exercises together, make it a fun, playful environment, and also teach them more about their emotions. Because my kids know the emotions, like the broad spectrum of them. They don't know just they know more than like happy and sad and whatever. Like they can tell you like I'm embarrassed or like,
Mhm.
mommy, mm, this makes me a little frustrated or like
Mhm.
whatever the thing
Just to
might
be
be.
able to say those words, like you're
And that's
right.
the tantrum is that they're
Mhm.
frustrated because they don't have the language to say what they want to say or how they feel. So they're just screaming because that's the only way they can get out of their bodies.
And if you train them, they scream to get what they want because it only takes one or two times for them to do what they do, get rewarded for it, and then it goes in a toolbox. And
Yeah.
it's gonna come out whenever they want what they want. Yeah, yeah.
Also boundaries too. And like mom
Yeah. They're
is
smart. They're brilliant children, man. Come
I'm
on.
telling you, they really like we're just here to guide them. They
Yeah,
already know
they're like little
who they are.
geniuses. They get
They
it.
already they know. We're just here to keep them
Yeah.
safe and to just guide them a little bit. So they just,
I mean, they get it.
yeah, they know. They really do. So I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me see what else I have on my end I want to touch on too. Because I would like at the end just to go through like a little tapping sequence to just,
Yes, please. I don't want to start. I really, I don't, I know we
you
could
could
really
talk
talk about it.
forever and
Yes.
ever.
So
We
I
need
definitely
like
don't want
a
to take
whole,
all of our, and we want to get people to answer questions. So please
yes,
give us the techniques that you would like to
cool.
tapping
And
my
just
fave.
yes. And then just real quick, just to recap or just to touch back, these are scientifically proven somatic techniques that will help you release any pent-up trauma, modify your stress response, your emotional responses, create new neural pathways. So just that brain firing in a different way, putting parts of your brain back online, reprogramming your subconscious mind. It's really, really beneficial so you can reduce your stress and your anxiety and fears. You can activate your brain again, soothe your nervous system. You have this emotional release because, like, you don't even realize how much stuff that is weighing on you or what is actually weighing on you because you're so good at wearing it. You're so good at carrying it and doing all the things all the time and showing up even when you don't want to, that you just kind of brush off that feeling and that becomes your baseline. You don't realize how good that you can actually feel once you release the stuff that's weighing you down emotionally.
Whew.
So get rid of
Very
that.
good word. Yes.
Uh, we can bring you into the present, open up your mind and your body and be open to different possibilities. I know when you're triggered or in that hard state, your tunnel vision on the problem, what's not working, this isn't going well, baby's not sleeping, I'm never going to get any sleep, whatever. You're not even open to possibilities of like what could actually your life could look like or what other solutions that you could actually seek. You're just focused on like what's not or what you're missing or the lack or whatever, which is the complete opposite vibration of abundance. Which that's a whole other conversation too. We can just shift your emotional and physiological state instantly. Like I'm sure you felt the instantaneous shift in your body when you just tapped in and just dropped in. So what does all that scientific talk really mean? It actually really means that there'll be fewer tantrums and outbursts and big overwhelming feelings from yourself and from your kids. Your body gets to heal and soothe. I don't know why I sound like that. And then you can create and break those old patterns and cycles, extend your focus, emotional intelligence. You can improve your performance, and performance can mean, as a mother, in your career, whatever field you want to put that in. More resilience, you get out of those funks more quickly. Because you're not, think about like a wave, right? You're going to ride this ebb and flow. Right now, the highs are high, the lows are low.
Yeah.
So that's like taken away from your baseline. So if your highs are high, your lows are lows down here off the screen, that's a whole lot of energy to get back up to your baseline. So we could dip below it a little bit, but we want to be able to bounce back quick. So this somatic techniques and things like that can help you do that and co-create your reality, be more mindful, be more present, and have that conscious, connected relationship with yourself and with your kids.
I love it.
So some of the techniques include EFT tapping, which we're going to do next, and breath work we've done, meditation we've done. There's different somatic releases that you can also do as well. A good one is just to shake, like literally just like shake your body, just like bounce, shake, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Like that's gonna get your energy flowing, get things that were stagnant moving in your body. Chanting, screaming are all great ways to release things out of your body, because even if you don't want to acknowledge something, or you think, oh, if I say this out loud, I'm going to just call this in, I'm going to attract this negativity into my life. Newsflash, your body is vibrating at that lower vibrating frequency because you're holding that into your body. Those thoughts, those feelings are vibrating lower. So it doesn't matter whether you speak it or not.
Get it out.
It's still you're the vibrational match for that lower vibrational experience.
Wow.
So people like to say like, I don't want to talk about, the hard stuff. I don't want to. You need to journal it if you're not going to speak it out loud. Get it out of your body. That way it frees up the space in your body, frees up energy in your body now to call in what you truly desire.
That is a word. That's a bunch of words. I love it. I love it
Yeah,
though.
I can on forever.
You're
Don't get
right.
started.
We hold on to stuff thinking that if we let it out, we're being negative, and in actuality, we need to do just that, like release it and create space. I love that. Oh, I'm gonna share that with my kids.
We are energetic beings. We are
Yes,
all energy. It is energy. And so your thoughts, your feelings, they all create your reality. They really, really do. And I love somatics because instead of like they're taking this top-down approach, like starting with your head and your mindset, everyone likes to start with your mindset. Oh, it's your mindset. It's what you think. And I saw a comment in here too, at the beginning. I think someone had said, I love where your mind is set or what on your body follows. That is very true. Wherever you set your focus, wherever attention flows, intention goes. But also there's a bottom up approach, because no matter what, your body is going to remember that experience. Even if you don't want to think something, or even if you don't think about something, your body just knows. Think about that gut feeling that you get sometimes. So we're going to go from the bottom up. We're going to get the body on board first and then get the mind on board, instead of trying to like biohack and like make this triggered brain that's not even working properly because part of it's offline. You can't make that brain get back online unless you get the body on board first. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know what's happening out there with my husband, but I'm in here and I'm fully detached and I'm here for it.
He gonna get it together.
Fully here for it. So let's tap for a few minutes and then we can answer some questions afterwards, but we're going to just tap on the mental load. Let's see. I'm checking the comments just to make sure.
Yeah, so somebody said they ride their bike and they Anika said she writing it out helps. Yeah, that whole wood trail runs and then they scream and while they're
Yeah,
running.
movement. Movement is somatic. So and I've learned that too. And I'm like, I've been moving my whole life. Like, what? I feel better afterwards? Obviously, because you're connecting your mind and your body. In that bottom
Mm,
approach, using your body to hijack your mind and put parts of the brain back online so that it can work. And it just gives your body time and your brain time to reconnect and to re-communicate with each other so that it's reconnected. So movement is medicine. We know this, but now like, the science behind it and you understand it a little bit better now.
I think so. This is so
Let's,
necessary.
yes,
It
let's get
is.
into it.
All right, I'm
Uh,
ready.
Plant your feet on the ground and close your eyes. As you inhale deeply through the nose, exhale side out through the mouth. And then open your eyes and we're going to start tapping. You take your hand like you're going to karate chop something, and then you're going to tap on this pinky side edge of your hand. It does not matter which hand, whichever one feels more natural. You just start tapping with the opposite. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to go back here though. This is
Okay,
where
I'm left-handed. Yeah.
me too. I love it. You repeat after me, even though
Even though
I feel the mental load of motherhood,
I feel the mental load of motherhood,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though the load is weighing on me,
And even though the load is weighing on me,
it gets really heavy to bear sometimes.
it's really heavy to bear sometimes.
I am learning to love and accept myself as I am.
I am learning to love and accept myself as I am.
And even though I feel this weight of motherhood,
And even though I feel this weight of motherhood,
I feel it in my, and then tell me where you feel it.
I feel it in my head.
Okay.
I
I
just,
love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I feel mine in my shoulders usually.
Really?
Yeah. Come to the
Well,
top
you
of,
know what? I could
you're like,
see.
it's there too,
Yeah,
actually.
like everywhere. I could see that.
Yeah, no, really, that's fine. It's all over my body. Come to the
Pick
top
a
of it.
spot.
Let's tap at the top of your head.
Okay.
Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, side out.
Mm.
Eyebrow point, tapping on your eyebrows. There is so many emotions I'm feeling. And then side of the eye on your temples. I feel the pressure. I feel the weight. You can keep repeating after me too if you like.
Okay.
Underneath the eye, I feel this need to get it right.
I feel this need to get it right.
Coming to your lips, top of your lip with one hand. I feel the weight of motherhood.
I feel the weight of motherhood.
Coming to your chin. Sometimes it's too much to bear.
Sometimes it's too much to bear.
Collarbone point, the weight I feel in my body.
Weight I feel in my body.
And then you're going to come to the side of your rib cage. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. And then come in between your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage at the bottom of your sternum. And I am tired of suffering in silence and alone.
Tired of suffering in silence and alone.
Wrist point, I don't have to.
I don't have to.
And I acknowledge all that I'm feeling
I acknowledge all that I'm feeling
because it's valid.
because it's valid.
Stop tapping, close your eyes if they're not already closed. Just notice your body and breathe. Maybe jot down in the chat or on your notes or a notebook just what came up for you in that round. And we'll get into a second round in just a moment or so. And we can talk about all the experience at the end too. I just want to keep us in this state where we're in our bodies. And then we'll come to the side of the hand again, that karate chop point.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love
Release also
release,
an
release.
affirmation.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We've just acknowledged, so now it's time to release. So you are right on. I love that your body's ready to release already. So
Mm.
repeat after me. Even though I feel the load of motherhood,
Even though I feel the load of motherhood,
mental, the emotional, the physical load,
mental, emotional, and physical load.
I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
And I love and accept myself as I
And
am.
then love and accept myself as I am.
And even though the load is heavy,
And even though the load is heavy,
I'm wondering if I have to carry that all by myself,
I'm wondering if I have to carry that all by myself
because I love and accept myself as I am.
because I love and accept myself as I am.
And I don't have to run myself into the ground to prove anything to anybody.
I don't have to run myself into the ground to prove anything to anybody.
And even though I feel this weight,
And even though I feel this weight,
I feel a wide array of emotions,
I feel a wide array of emotions,
from guilt to sadness to grief,
guilt, sadness, grief,
pressure,
pressure,
not feeling good enough,
not feeling good enough,
not feeling worthy,
not feeling worthy.
all of that. I wonder, what
Uh,
do I need to look at within myself?
What do I need to look at within myself?
Because when I look at myself, I am learning to love and accept myself more and more.
When I look at myself, I'm learning to love and accept myself more and more.
Top of the head, a big deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And come to your eyebrows. What is this weight telling me?
What is this weight telling me?
Side of the eye. I'm open to hearing what my body is trying to tell me.
I'm open to hearing what my body is trying to tell me.
Underneath the eye. I wonder if the weight and the pressure means something else.
If the weight and the pressure mean something else.
Coming to your lip. And maybe when I'm ready, I can let this weight go.
And maybe when I'm ready, I can let this weight go.
Coming to the chin. When I'm safe,
When I'm safe,
when I'm ready, I will let this go.
when I'm ready, I will let this go.
Coming to your collarbones. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Big sigh out through the mouth. Side of the rib cage. I release the emotional and mental load.
I release the emotional and mental load.
Coming to the bottom of your sternum and between the bottom of your ribs. I am ready to let it go.
I am ready to let it go.
At your wrist, I release.
I release.
I let it go.
Let it go.
Take deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it up to the mouth. Yeah, make a sound. Stop tapping. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Just notice your body.
Mm.
You feel free to jot down anything in the chat or in your notes. And we will go into our final round of tapping. We have acknowledged, we have released and shifted perspectives on your own naturally. your mind already was like, maybe I could see this differently, you know? What if this is not really what I'm seeing it as? It could be something else, right? Possibilities, and then you release. Now let's call in intentionally because our subconscious is programmable, right?
Mhm.
That state, let's be intentional with how we fill the space. Since we've released this from our bodies, we get to fill it back up how we choose. So
Mhm.
let's choose. Let's start at the top of the head. All right. I am calling in the experience that I truly desire.
I'm calling in the experience that I truly desire.
Eyebrow point. I'm calling in higher consciousness.
I'm calling in higher consciousness
Side of the eye, the temples. Because I am a conscious and connected mother.
because I am a conscious and connected mother.
Underneath the eye, I am connected and conscious with myself.
I am connected and conscious with myself.
Coming to the lip, I am conscious and connected to my kids.
I am conscious and connected to my kids.
Coming to the chin, and there's no pressure in getting it right.
There's no pressure in getting it right.
Coming to the collarbone, because I will mess up. I'm not perfect.
Because I will mess up. I am not perfect.
I am perfectly imperfect,
I am perfectly imperfect.
just like my parents and caregivers were too.
Just like my parents and caregivers were too.
Side of the eye, and because I love and accept myself as I am.
Because I love and accept
Side of
myself
the
as I
ribs,
am.
side of the ribs, side of the ribs. I'm
From the ribs.
getting
Okay.
ahead of myself. Because I love and accept myself as I am, I can love and accept my upbringing.
I can love and accept my upbringing.
In between the chest, because I love and accept myself.
Because I love and accept myself.
My kids will see that and love and accept themselves.
My kids will see that and love and accept themselves.
Wrist point, which means I cannot mess up, I cannot get it wrong.
I cannot mess up. I cannot get it wrong.
Because ultimately I am guiding them back to themselves.
Ultimately, I'm guiding them back to themselves.
Top of the head, helping them realize who they truly are.
Helping them realize who they truly are.
Eyebrow point, just like my parents and caregivers have helped me realize who I truly am.
Just like my parents and caregivers have helped me realize who I truly am.
Side of the eye. So there's no pressure in this.
There is no pressure in this.
Underneath the eye. As long as I am conscious,
As long as I am conscious,
doing the work that I can do with the information and knowledge that I have,
doing the work that I can do with the information and knowledge that I have.
coming to the top of your lip, I cannot mess it up. I cannot get it wrong.
I cannot mess it up. I cannot get it wrong.
Coming to the chin. So there's no pressure in this
There is no pressure in this.
collarbone point because I am striving for excellence, not perfection.
I'm striving for excellence and not perfection.
Side of the rib cage. And on my hardest of hardest days,
My hardest of hardest days,
I remind myself
I remind myself
that I am made for this.
I am made for this.
That is undeniable.
Undeniable.
Stop tapping and close your eyes if they're not already closed. Placing a hand over your heart, a hand over your belly, your womb space. Acknowledging yourself once again for showing up today. Acknowledging your brilliance, your beauty, your wisdom, your resilience, your power. Rub the palms of your hands together one last time, like you're starting a fire, circulating and igniting even more the energy and your power in your body. Place the hands over your eyes. It'll be pitch black, resetting your occipital lobe, occipital nerve as you inhale through the nose, circulating that energy. Exhale, drag the fingertips down your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, throat, heart, womb space, and wherever else you'd like to send love as you open up your eyes and come back.
Time for bed.
A little taste, a little mini session. We did about 15 minutes or so of the EFT tapping, and just notice how your body feels now. Notice any thoughts coming up, because it's a really good indicator of where you're at and what you're available for now. We didn't do anything crazy either. Like, it literally was your body doing all of the work. You just put yourself in a state to be able to heal itself and self-regulate. I love this. Chakras are open. Hit them all. We sure did. We really did. Yum, such a release. Oh, this is beautiful. I feel better, and I'm still in my head. You know what I mean? Like, you stuff. So
Yeah, this is I was athlete too, so I mean we just stayed moving, but not this work is just so necessary. Like it's the type of self-care that is free. It just
yes,
cost
it does not
anything.
require
You
mani
don't need to
massages.
rent, you don't need to fly.
No, no sitters, no expenses, no nothing. It's literally your wise mechanism, your body, and you have that. So we can appreciate and celebrate that we have our bodies. I know they've been through some things, and we can still have love and appreciation for what it's done for us and what it's doing for us now as we speak. So that self-acceptance, that self-love is huge. And let that be that reminder that you don't need anything. It's all within you already. You are good. I don't even know what else I need to say, because, more soul assignments, right? These are some more modalities that you guys can use, right? So you're going to pick something to incorporate into your daily practices, your weekly practice. Just pick some somatic modality, whether it's the breath work, some of those breathing techniques we did at the beginning, if it's a meditation where your eyes are just closed and you're just visualizing your breath coming in and out of your nose. The breath work techniques that we did, where you inhale, you can hold for a certain amount of seconds and exhale. You could do the 3-part breath where you did the diaphragm, the ribs, the chest, diaphragm, or ribs, diaphragm. And then for EFT tapping, you can pick any point. You don't remember the sequence, it's fine. You don't have to. Just pick a point that felt some zing or spark, or that you just gravitate towards, like, oh, this is my favorite point, and just tap here. And you could just literally be talking out loud, venting about whatever nonsense your kids stirred up or whatever it could be, and just talk out loud while you're tapping, and you're releasing and transmuting that energy, right? As we talked about before, that lower vibration, whenever you're speaking or whatever you're holding on to emotionally, you're vibrating lower. But when you're tapping and your body's in that soothed state, that vibration is actually raising, and you're releasing it and you're transmuting the energy. So picking a point, you can also look in the mirror in the morning or in the evening. I like to do this one when I wake up and just kind of hype myself up for the day. To kind of pick a point and just like speak life into yourself in the mirror. And this is like really great mirror work to do. And we could go on and on about all of what that really means. But really, it comes down to just look at yourself in the mirror and be able to like who you see in the mirror, be able to love who you see in the mirror. And that could start off with saying something like, I'm learning to love and accept you. If you don't fully love and accept yourself, okay, don't say that, because your body's going to reject that. That's why affirmations don't work. Everyone's like, I am powerful, I am brave. No, it's not how affirmations work. You have to be able to get behind them energetically in order for the affirmations to actually affirm your life. So instead of, I'm open to being more brave, right? Or I am stepping outside of my comfort zone to become more brave.
I got you.
Right? If it's about your body, like, I am learning to love and accept
This
my
piece.
body for what it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate my body for birthing life. That could
Yeah.
be the affirmation for today. You might not like all that's happened afterwards,
All that's left over.
and state shifting and all that, right? We may not really be there and be about it, and that's okay, but you have to love yourself into change. You cannot bash and criticize yourself into change. So yeah, you could do affirmations in the mirror. You could pick a point. You can use your fingertips. So on the inside edge of your finger, just tapping, not on the fingertip part, but on the inside
Okay.
of your fingers. And you just go back and forth. And this is also tapping. It's a more discreet thing that you could do underneath the table or like with your hands kind of, you know, if they're in your lap, if you're out public somewhere, but like you're about to lose it and your kids are cutting up or whatever it is and whatever it may be, do that. One more point to add. When you do these things, when you're not triggered, you're setting yourself up for success. The baseline is being moved higher and higher and higher. So if you result and default to these things, no, let me take that back. If you are triggered, you go back to your default and to your baseline. So you work on your baseline, elevating your baseline when you are not triggered. So practicing taking these moments and these breaks throughout your day when you don't really need them. That way, whenever you actually do need them, your kids know what to do. So it's like you shouldn't have to, you should not wait until you're about to lose it to be like, stay out of this room. I need 2 minutes. And they bust in here and you're like, you
Yeah,
know,
right.
you should practice this when like, I know that I don't really need 2 minutes to myself, but I'm going to just do this little drill here so we know what to do when I do need this. So it's like, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I need you to stay outside of these doors. Do not come in here. And of course, in the beginning, depending on how old your kids are or whatever, they're probably going to come in. But as you keep practicing and hold that firm boundary with love, it's going to be fine. It's okay. And that way, when you are triggered and you need that space, you actually get that space. When you are triggered and you get back to your baseline, it's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to breathe here, right? Or I am just going to pause before I even respond or say anything out of my mouth, you know? So that's all I got on my end. Anyone else want to share? Let me check the chat right quick too.
Yeah, perfect in a workspace. I agree.
What'd she say?
Perfect in a workspace.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Discreet, baby. We can do this anywhere.
That's just, the finger tapping that you just showed is, I mean, I feel like that's gonna be
If you do them both at the same
clutch.
time too,
Yeah, like because
one,
this is nice. Like you say, it's just kind of like small movements and intention,
for
So this
sure.
was a lot. This was really,
I know this was an action-packed
it was.
session. I can't stop though, because I'm like, I just want to give you everything, please. It's amazing. It really is. Someone in here said, I love the affirmations with the tapping. We connect with our words spoken. We do. And the thing about whenever you speak, I guess I have one more thing to say. Our voice is healing. So our specific vibration of our voice, right? Whenever you are talking and you feel your throat, that vibration is soothing for your nervous system. So as you're speaking this, and you're also stimulating these meridian points in your body, it's like double duty for the stimulation and for the soothing of the nervous system. Amazing. It's amazing.
I just think
I
about
was
all the
tired
negative
at first and the breath work at the beginning, and then the tapping reawakened and it reawakened you. Yes. Drink a lot of water too. We've moved a lot of energy tonight. We really have. So drink a lot of water. You're probably going to sleep really well tonight. Oop, don't fall over. And just notice kind of how things unfold for you over the next week or so, couple weeks, and just notice a subtle shift in kind of how you move, how you show up, because it's incredible what you don't even see that you've released. Maybe you feel it now, but it's something that's unquantifiable. And I'm just happy that you guys all got to experience it tonight with me. So thank you for being open. Thank you for having me and inviting me into your space. It truly was a gift and an honor for me. So thank
This
you.
is great. I was not fully aware of this. Just yoga, yes, but in the breath work, yes, but not in a self-care, if that makes sense. Kind of way where you can take small pieces and parts and adopt and embrace that. And I will definitely be incorporating the intentional breath work and the tapping as well, and then just doing more because I talk to myself and no biggie. I
As
talk to
you
myself a
should.
lot.
Live with
But the just intentional affirmation, I figure life out. I'm always talking. So, so just adding some of this here, this activation, this is
Yeah.
great. So,
And a lot of the time it's not all or nothing. I get caught up in all or nothing. Either I'm able to do the whole hour meditation or I don't do it at all. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just do something. Just do something, because that little something adds up and it multiplies, exponentially grows, and it just builds momentum over time. So that one thing you do consistently, and I strive for consistency, not so much like an hour workout. My thing, I will move my body every day to some capacity. Depending on the season, it could be a whole hour lift, or it could be a 15-minute hit, or it could be stretching for today, or mobility, like for 5 minutes. Like, it literally, but it's consistent because I'm doing it consistently. Not the duration, but like the intention
Something
is
every
consistency.
day. Yeah.
But just do something. You don't have to do it all for a lot of time. These are things you can build into your little pockets of time that you do have already.
I
So
like this. Thank you. This was amazing. I had so much fun moderating. I know we probably could go for 2, 3 hours and wouldn't even, this hour is beyond, just went by so fast. So thank you so much
yes,
for
and thank you guys for your time.
sharing and just making it palatable for those of us who are not familiar, because you can. This was very actionable. So it's an awesome.
I love that. Everyone have a great evening. Get some rest. Like I said, hydrate and reach out. If you want to share your experiences with me too, you can get a hold of me. I think Marie put all our contact information in the chat or in the email and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for that. And I look forward to seeing you guys all again soon. Love you, love you.
Oh, there's my youngest right there. Popped right on up at the end.
Oh my God, she is yours for sure.
Yes. All right.